Okay, hello. And today let's look at how do we actually answer some vocabulary questions. These questions are taken from a preliminary exam paper in 2020. And let's see what techniques we can actually adopt to choose the correct answer. There are several techniques which can be employed when solving these questions, and I'll guide you through them. Okay. So let's look at the first question here. The upgrades carried out by Hilltop Town Council have blanked the neighborhood and contributed to a better quality of life for the residents. So try to understand, in essence, what the question is actually saying, what the statement is implying. The upgrades carried out by the town council. So upgrades are usually done to improve the neighborhood. So it's a positive thing. And it says that it has contributed to a better quality of life, which is also a positive outcome. So the word used to fill in the blank should contribute to this positive outcome, right? So it should be something that depicts positivity. Okay, so let's look at the options now. Deprived. So what does deprived mean? How is it used? For instance, I was deprived of food for a number of days. I was not allowed access to something. That is what deprived actually means. So that is a negative word, right? The meaning behind it is negative, and hence you can eliminate this option. Okay, let's look at option number 4, deteriorated. What does this mean? For instance, his ability in playing table tennis deteriorated over a number of years. It got worse. It worsened. So once again, this word is used in a negative context, and hence you can eliminate this option. Okay, regulated. Regulated, not positive, not negative. If I were to use this word in this sentence, it would be more of, the town council regulated the upgrading process to contribute to a better quality of life for the residents. So regulate is more of, ensuring that this process is regulated and done, okay, in order. It's nothing that really screams positivity. Okay, so let's look at the option number 3, enliven. Okay, livened up, right? It's something that is positive, right? So if you are unsure of the meaning of enliven, right, you can look at the word inside it, liven, right? Because it's a bit of a wordplay in this sense. But if you really are still unsure, you can use the technique I just taught, which is the elimination process, right? Which 1 and 4 are out, so it's between 2 and 3, and 2 is just a conjunction word. It doesn't actually depict positivity that is used in this sentence, and hence you can use your the elimination technique and arrive at the answer, which is option number 3. Okay, for the next question, senior citizens who are blank can apply for financial assistance to pay for their wheelchairs. Okay, so once again, look at what the statement is trying to convey. So they need financial assistance, they need monetary assistance because they need to use wheelchairs. Okay, as you can obviously see the link between senior citizens and using wheelchairs, because they are old, they are feeble, and they need wheelchairs to help them move around. Okay, so which of these words actually are the most suitable, right? Senior citizens being unable to move and hence needing wheelchairs, right? Having difficulty moving, restriction in movement, difficulty in moving, unable to move, right? You can actually look at option number 3. It's the only one which actually, Mobile, the opposite, immobile, unable to move, right? If you are not sure still, let's look at the other options by using the elimination technique. Energetic, is energetic really a word that is used to describe senior citizens? I reckon not, because at such an old age, they are obviously, not full of energy, right? More of the contrast actually. Are they zestful? Are they full of zest, right? They are obviously not, once again, because they are not, they are of old age, so they are not zestful. Dynamic, dynamic can be used in a number of different scenarios. You could say he is very dynamic in the sense that he's able to do multiple things at one time. That is one scenario where it can be used. It does not show, the link between senior citizens needing wheelchairs. Because as I said earlier, why do you need wheelchairs? You have difficulty in moving, right? And dynamic is not the suitable word for this. So hence you can arrive at option 3 for the answer. Okay, for the next question. Her soothing voice offered me some blank amid my sadness and I felt better. Okay, so he felt better, right? He was sad and he felt better. So it means that her soothing voice helped, right? Helped alleviate his sadness, right? So what is something that is positive? Okay, let's look at the options again. Agony. What's the meaning of agony? Pain and agony, sorrow, pain and agony, right? There's a negative connotation behind this, so this option should be eliminated. Misery. Once again, wordplay. Miserable. I feel miserable. I am engulfed with misery. Okay, so this option is once again out. Aggravation. Okay, how can we use the word aggravated? Okay, my injury was aggravated, after Sally kicked my leg, right? Aggravated mean to have worsened, okay? So this is obviously once again a negative connotation, and this is out. So relief, I think you should be able to know what the word relief means. I feel relieved. I feel relief. Okay, so this is quite a simple question actually. Okay, let's look at question 14, which is a bit more different compared to the other questions. The children were upset when the planned purchase of the house blank. They liked the house as it came with a big garden. Okay, so what does the statement mean? They liked the house, right? Because there was a huge garden and they were upset. Why were they upset? Right? Because the purchase did not go through. Okay, so let's look at the options. Fell out. How is fell out used? Maybe Tom and Jerry fell out over a squabble they had regarding to not allowing Tom access to using the computer, right? They fell out over something, right? Which means they are not on talking terms, or not on good terms, right? Fell over. I fell over a huge rock, right, while playing rugby. I fell over something. I tripped over something. Fell behind. Okay. You could say I fell behind the pecking order in the school's ranking system, right? Due to my results getting worse, I fell behind. It can be used for a number of situations. Fell through. Okay, this is the correct answer. It means that, for instance, the planned purchase of the house did not go through, it fell through. Okay, so this is how you arrive at option 4 as the correct answer. Number 15, the animal enthusiast blank fought for a ban on the killing of sharks for their fins. Okay, so what are sharks used for when they are killed? I'm sure you know the delicacy of shark fin soup. Okay, so this is an animal enthusiast, right? Enthusiastic about animals, so he definitely does not, condone the killing of sharks for their fins. In fact, he's fighting for a ban, so he doesn't want this to happen. Okay. So how do you fight for a ban when you are passionate about something? Do you do it half-heartedly? Certainly not, right? Do you do it lethargically with no energy, feeling laid back with no energy? No, you don't do it. Do you do it inactively? Okay. Actively is doing something, very actively. Inactively is the opposite. Not doing it actively, hardly doing it, doing it here and there, right? So zealous, full of zeal, right? That is the correct answer. And that's how you, once again, adopt the elimination technique to arrive at the correct answer. Okay. So now maybe let me share some tips on how do you actually better prepare yourself before, when you arrive at the exam to answer these vocabulary questions, right? In order to enhance your and expand your vocabulary, you actually have to keep reading and reading and reading. That's really the only way that you can do so, right? Another way is, I can actually give you several paragraphs where there are, words, for instance, instead of using, just sad, angry, they use another word, big vocabulary words. And when you read these paragraphs, you can actually see how the word is used in the context of a sentence. So this gives you a very good understanding of what the meaning of the word is, right? And you can confirm it by actually writing it in several sentences to see if, you actually totally understand how the word is used in a sentence. And I can check it for you, right? Another way is you can actually look at these basic words such as, for instance, sadness, right? Often when you write a sentence, sometimes you would have to use the word sad naturally. But instead of using the word sad, you can substitute it with a more profound word. And how can you do it? You can just Google the word sad. You can look at the synonyms, right? For instance, see which word that you're comfortable with using. I often use the word maybe dejected, despondent, feeling melancholy, right? That actually makes your sentence look more substantial in a way. But what I have to emphasize is with my past students, you have to use it in the correct context, right? Because some of these words, even though, it seems big, it seems, very good, but when you use it in a sentence, it may not be the correct way you use it, right? And it's pointless when you use it in the wrong context, right? Because the examiner will see that, for instance, when you're writing an essay, the examinator, right? Invigilator will see that, oh, the student does not know how to use this word correctly, right? So you won't be given credit for it. Okay. So these are the various ways you can actually do this on a weekly basis, right? By reading and practicing on how to use substitute words to explain, these simple, words. And this will actually give you more exposure, right, to these words. And by doing so, it will elevate your English language standard to the next level. Okay. So this is just a short summary on vocabulary, right? I will definitely go into more detail and look through more past year papers in order to myself increase your exposure on how to tackle these questions. And also you will be more exposed to these vocabulary words. And who knows, they might repeat these in the examination. Okay. Thank you for watching this recording. Yeah, thank you.